If there's one thing I wish I realized earlier, is relying on other people was the fastest way to slow me down. And the reality is this, I've actually lost millions of dollars exactly where I am today at 31 years of age because I simply just relied on many people. And I'll tell you what my biggest mistake is, alongside outlining the best solution that I've been able to find to date. And we're currently still developing this solution. And that allows for the ability to make your own decisions, but more importantly, use data and a lack of emotions and really just man up to be able to actually get your life from point A to point B with an actual structured system with a bigger thinking mindset. But let me take you through the problem first. The problem is I am naturally a people pleaser. I reflect with people very, very well, and I like communicating a lot. And this is why I actually originally started off my career as a podiatrist or a health professional, because I was just so willing to engage with people one on one. And the problem with this is I'm always out there trying to look for people's satisfaction rather than getting myself further one step at a time. But don't get me wrong, this allowed me to build a great business because we actually provided a great service, and I provided a great service which allowed me to build that business itself. But the framework of always seeking someone else's approval actually comes from a place of insecurity. And the reason is because you always want someone else's approval because you may be insecure of thinking the job is done right. So if anyone is out there and you feel like you're always just thinking about someone else, that's the first problem that I've also faced. That's actually lost me millions of dollars that's point A when I was 24 to 30, millions of dollars. And I severely regret it, but I'm glad I now know. The second problem with me trying to then look for other people's opinions is I would go into frameworks, which is like government sourced, being a podiatrist or being a health professional, abiding by legislations and laws, which we understood completely and perfectly and just elevated the game. But what happens is when we're in a regulated space, if you're doing really well at that framework, they want to try and stop that for two reasons. The number one reason is if someone is perceived in public to have superior success from a government system or a framework which, say, a larger organization has designed, they know that the public can pinpoint their framework and say, how can so and so be so successful? Is this where all our taxpayer money is going, etc.? And the reality is, when there's so much democracy and bureaucracy, so two very important words there, around any framework, anyone that's having ultimate success, and especially is public about it, will face scrutiny from those actual regulators to ensure that the regulations itself isn't perceived to be able to take advantage of, even though you may be following the framework 100% correct. And that's actually what happens to me. If you actually just Google my name, you will see so many banning orders as part of this. And to this day, years after them, there is no actual physical reason, but they keep coming. They keep trying to find a reason to actually slow you down, even though that's maybe not your industry anymore. And the third and most important is I used to rely on partners. So my major weakness is I try to do too many things at once. And the issue with that is a lot of people face this. They just go from one thing and go to the next. And I really struggle with this daily. But I'm not going to lie. And the reality is when you jump from thing to thing, especially if something's growing, you start to get resources of trying to grab everyone's opinion rather than just driving yourself. And the issue with this was I started to engage in percentage partnerships just from business to business rather than bringing people into my actual core structure of the business. But I heavily relied on people, even for marketing or databases or even ideas. I would take my ideas to these people and we would all create a business out of it, and they would ultimately benefit because they really didn't do much. They just had the marketing team and they just had the people to obtain a database for it and then really launch that business. I'm not saying there's no value in that, but what I am saying is if you start to psychologically rely on other people's opinions just to get yourself further, you lose so many skills in it, which I did along that journey. And the reality is this: I've gone into partnerships with a property with one person, and that person ran, literally just ran when there was a little bit more public pressure over what I do, and they got scared. The reality is that that person made an emotional decision at that time, and from that real estate deal lost $1 million in the uplift. Which, as soon as that partnership was done, we then got a revalue and got $1 million on that valuation itself. And if you guys want to see more examples of this, I just posted on my Instagram stories every single day on how I use property as an amazing vehicle. So number one, purchase correctly, use data to find out what the returns are going to be. So you almost guarantee your ability to look at a property and say, this is what's going to return me. Implement smart systems with short-term rentals if I need to increase the cash flow and make a business out of it. And the most important is understanding how I can revalue that property so we get equity gains, and then we can reuse that equity for more cash flow projects or properties in the future. Look, they're all the problems which I naturally face. And the solution to all of this is number one, actually just manning up and learning the skills that you need to. And what I had to do was learn marketing myself. This provides a lot of power because the knowledge itself that you can acquire from marketing, or for example, finding the deal, or for example, running the numbers, or for example, running the short-term rentals, and being able to work from your laptop at any location, travel like this, but more importantly, be geographically and time free, just making decisions, driving, trading time for money. That is the solution. But the only way that that can ever happen is knowledge. And I had to go out there, take the daggers to my stomach with all these reliance that I had on other people, and really move forward with acquiring the knowledge and executing the knowledge, and then going, okay, what systems can I use where I don't rely on other people, where I don't rely on governance or frameworks, and more importantly, where I don't have to be geographically trading my time for money. And the systems which I found was number one, I know with a property, the property is a need and necessity for everyone. And I'm not a gambling person, so I naturally stick to assets that will do well over time. Then if I can then amplify the cash flow and make a business out of that asset, not only is it going up over time in capital gains, but also you're actually starting to receive cash flow and income from that as a business, and you're just using the roof or the asset itself to develop not only this vehicle for long-term substantial gains, which is honestly wealth building, because you can't make $1 million in cash just from a revalue when you purchase correctly, but also then having more cash flow at 15 grand a week or 20 grand a week to be able to offset any expenses that come from the properties, which is my major aim right now, and then have a profitable business from the properties itself. It's all possible, but the simple steps work. If you feel like you are in a position where you're relying on other people and you don't know what to do next, simply think about a long-term asset which you can get appreciation and cash flow, and the knowledge you need to be able to acquire that. But it does take time, and you don't become an expert overnight. And even to this day, what I'm currently implementing in my businesses is I'm trying to see how I can automate it as much as possible, because people are hard to work with. That's the reality, whether it's your boss or your customers or even your staff, right? Or even your family that you're trying to work with on a daily basis. Everyone has their own needs and wants. And the reality is, if I can automate my systems and then be able to scale my systems. For example, what I'm currently doing is moving to the short-term rental space, especially because I've moved countries, and I'm starting from scratch again. I got no capital in new countries. Where we're then developing cash flow. We have to increase the cash flow, increase the opportunities, increase our network, so we understand the knowledge on how to then scale that product and go from, for example, 20 short-term rentals right now to 30, 40, and 50, or all my current 45 properties that I own, to then 50, 60, and 70, and continue that scale as we continue forward. But the reality is that if I naturally just focus on assets, make the decisions myself, and then amplify those assets, I would literally not be eating out there. I would not be on this flight. I would not have the mindset that I do, and I would not be thinking at a larger scale because of simply because of knowledge. And what I've been able to implement is understand how equity increases in properties. You cannot make $1 million from your job every single year, just like that, without turning up every single day. The asset naturally grows over time, and then realizing what you can do with that equity if you have enough cash flow from even the businesses that you create inside that asset to be able to have enough serviceability to borrow again and buy more assets from a very simplistic standpoint. It's actually that easy once you have the knowledge. So if anyone out there is feeling the same, just watch my Instagram stories. I usually post everything on there on a daily basis, whether I understand how to calculate the deal, what areas I'm looking at, what I'm working on a daily basis, what my routine looks like, and how I'm trying to elevate my mindset on a daily basis to really achieve those outcomes. Because if you don't acquire the knowledge or you don't have the ability to execute, you'll always stay in the same spot. And what is the point of not progressing? If you're not progressing, you're slowly dying. And that's the fact of life. That's how our cells work. You need to be stressing your cells and pushing them to that next barrier. If not, you'll always stay the same. Peace out. We are going to Dubai. See you in the next one.